Norman's coming as well. We got the PugCam blue screened as always. It's going to be good. I'm going to send out the links and all that.
I'm wondering if I should cut the overhead lights on the side behind me.
Keep the overhead lights. I don't really have a specific reason. Just do it.
See, he's smelling these already.
Well, keep them away from him. Norman cannot have the treats. He who controls the treats controls the universe. Do you want to live in a world controlled by Norman? Didn't think so.
I'm going to end up holding him anyway.
Yeah. He's kind of taking all of Mori's screen space. Norman is the single twitchiest being. You know that? Name one being who twitches more than Norman. Pug.
I gotta find my... Alright,
Do you want to say anything to the audience, Micah? All right. See you later. Bye.
Did Micah just burp or something?
Oh.
Oh, here we go. Every time I need to figure out what
He didn't even burp. He just said the word and that was it.
Well, now I'm wondering if Mori's going to turn this way at all.
Mori will do whatever he sees fit.
I have a special treat for Mori.
It's more about whether or not Mori thinks...
Can you break that in half?
Who do I... I'm not...
Just
maybe.
break it.
Do I look like Andre the Giant to you?
Goodness, Calvin.
Okay, you couldn't break this with your bare hands. Break it with your bare hands. Do it.
I've only got... It is harder than you think.
It's essentially a rock. You didn't even break it in half. You just broke like a tiny chunk off of it.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to
It's a
bite
rock.
it because that's, you know.
I'm not asking you to bite it. I'm saying just grab like a hammer or a knife or a chisel. Those things are meant for dogs to gum on for a while. And you know what dogs are worst at? Moderation.
All right. Let's see here. Well, I gave... Are we on?
Yeah, we're on.
Because I gave... Oh, my cup of tea is over there. Can you grab that?
I drink coffee. Dad drinks tea. We are not biologically related.
Yeah, we're gonna have to adjust the mic here.
My biological father is Bert Kreischer. This is episode 20, Garage Door Edition, because that's our backdrop. Do you like that?
No, it has 19 here.
Oh, that was third pug. That was the last episode's title, and that's
No, look at the background.
That's no, Dad. Okay, go down. Last PugCast was also 19. We're going back to the age-old tradition of me trying to explain tech at the beginning of a stream.
Yeah.
Basically, but Dad, see this screen right here? This is where you title live streams, right? Dad.
Hold on, I gotta shut my volume off
Okay.
again. If it'll let me.
You know, you can do that with one click.
Well,
Anyway, see this screen? This is where you put the title of your stream, right?
yeah.
But it doesn't change between streams. So if I was to like next week, right? If we were to stream again, it would still say PugCast episode 20 Garage Door Edition until I come in here and change it. And I have to be live before I can change this. That's why it's showing up as episode 19 for a little bit.
All right, so we've changed the background. Obviously, why?
I don't know why. No one tells me anything.
Well, it's because we're gutting our garage to make room for my library. I got to move my library here.
Oh, really? I didn't know we were doing that.
Well, yeah, I'm leaving Lagos, so it means I don't have an office, which means I got 30 or 40 boxes of books that need a home, and that home is the garage. So we had to take a bunch of stuff apart
Here in my garage.
to make room for that stuff, because basically my library is going to be boxed up now for 6 months, or 6 months, 7 months maybe.
You know who you sound exactly like when you were talking about
Who?
that?
What?
Do you know, I think his name is Ty Lopez. Do you know who he is?
I got no idea who he is.
He's the Here in My Garage guy.
Oh, well.
Oh well, he he posted a video on YouTube, right? And he made it. He put it out as an ad, and like 1 million people saw it, or like millions
Except for
actually.
me.
Oh well,
Right.
he and basically it's just him holding. He's got a smartphone. He's like, "All right, I'm here in my garage. Just bought this new Lamborghini." But you know what's even better than materialistic things? Knowledge. And then the camera pans over, right? And he's got like these massive bookshelves behind him. He just starts rambling about how he reads a lot. That's kind of what you sounded like.
Okay. So anyway, that's why we have no background. We're only working with 2 lights. We've still got the pugs. We have not replaced the pugs, nor would we.
The pugs may replace us one day.
Yeah, they may replace us one day. Thomas leaving log off. Boy, Thomas, you're a little bit behind. I think we announced that the last PugCast. It's been announced on my webpage, I think briefly, my website. It's leaked out. So
look at this.
That's the sloth video.
Mrs. Bradley's like, Calvin, hurry up, scoot, 22 minutes ago, and post a sloth thing. I went live before 7, I'll have you know that.
I'm okay, back to the question. Yeah, I'm going to Florida. I'm going to be making a video around the 1st of June. My last day at Lagos is the end of May, and my first day at the new place is going to be the 1st of June. But the short version, the really short version, is we're moving to Florida where I will have my own school, really. It's going to be part of a large church network, I guess what we would call a mega church. It's got 20,000 people in it. But that is going to be sort of ground zero, the headquarters to take my content global. And we're going to start with that network of people and open up a school for lay people. This is not degree granting. It's not about accreditation or anything like that. It's going to be recorded in video. Yes, you're going to be able to do it online. I just have to invent a way to cycle through my content in 1 year, which I'm not going to have any problem doing. It's the only logistic concerns is how many people out of the gate are we going to start with, and they're expecting 500. So, I have to manage that, and then I have to essentially create a second tier, a second year of courses that I care about, because we're shooting for a 2-year program. We're going to have a 1-year program and a 2-year program, but it's designed to prepare people in terms of content, biblical theology for ministry. So that's what we're doing. Again, it's a long story. I'm going to make a video about. This has been over a year now in conversation with this particular church. So there's a lot of backstory to it. It's a lot of providential sorts of things happened. So that's the short version, but I'll make a video about it. Mom's in here using the word neuter, so I have to check out what in the world she's talking about.
She's probably talking about pugs.
Oh yeah, somebody asked if the dogs are neutered. Okay.
I think they are. Yeah. I could be wrong.
Yes, they are. Well, they're fixed. So
the radius of my hair is
almost done with
today.
The facade. Hope you enjoyed the facade. I'm into the third book, and hopefully, after June 1st, I will have more control over my time, which is another plus. Again, basically getting my own content. I will own my own content as far as what I write, and be able to manage more of my time independently. So it's a win-win-win. Miklot will also benefit from this, just from the exposure, not financially necessarily, but again, all those translations that people like you guys have donated money to Miklot to create these translations that I can give away for free. The problem has always been scaling. How do I get people to find out these translations exist? Well, the new arrangement will make that a whole lot easier, because this church network has campuses in Paris, Zimbabwe, Amsterdam, Israel. They're thinking about doing something in Bogota as well. So all of that free content, again, this is going to be a real boost to get supernatural out. We have it in 25 languages. And also, what does God want? We have 3 of those now, and there are, I think, 7 translation projects in process. So all of that is going to get ramped up because of this decision. So again, but I'll try to make a video to explain more of it in detail. Let's see here.
Are we moving to alligator Florida or non-alligator Florida?
I think most of Florida is alligator Florida.
Yeah, it was a trick question.
Yeah, but you just stay away from the water. We're not going to live on the water, so no little inlets.
Yo, pass Norman my way.
Pass Norman.
Yeah, pass Norman.
Pass the norm.
Oh.
I got treats for him here too if he's wondering, where he can get my.
Okay.
Yeah, don't cancel your subscription to Logos. It's the software is the software.
Norman.
You're welcome, Matrix 7. Let's
Norman,
see here. I got to scroll through these quickly here.
You're my brother.
Yeah,
Son,
we try to be useful.
no.
People are commenting on the content.
Someone
Let's
said
see
this
here.
looks like we're doing it from the bathroom.
No, it's the garage. My bathroom does not look like a garage.
Why would your bathroom have a large door like that?
I don't know. An escape? Yeah. Yep, southeastern U.S. I mean, you'll be close, I assume. Oh, yeah. Jay Burris asked about Skywatch. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to stop doing anything I'm doing. We're going to keep doing the podcast, Naked Bible, the Paranormal. I'll make Skywatch trips. We'll do Fringe Pop. Everything I'm doing now, I will be doing still. There's nothing that goes away. There are parts of it that just get ramped up. So
Norman, why are you
middle
doing this?
middle ground, alligator, Florida. Yeah, Lee, it's a big opportunity. It's going to be quite a task. I mean, there's a lot to do. It's going to be a big challenge. It'll be a work in progress, but yeah, it'll be fun. It has a lot of potential.
Can I pass Norman back too?
Yeah.
He seems to be more focused on. I mean, he doesn't want to be in my lap or your lap. He just doesn't like this angle of the treats.
All right. Well, yeah. Well, he'll like this new angle where he gets one. So.
Nice.
Hey, buddy, come here, bud. Did you taste that one? Felt like you just inhaled it. So, do you taste anything you eat?
Norman eats too fast to taste anything.
All right. How's Mori
He's
doing?
got a primal hunger. He's a ravenous badger.
Maury's
pug.
little face is cut off at the bottom here.
Yeah,
Can
it's
we-
because he sank too low for the camera. All right, the magic of the podcast is about to be ruined. Look at me. I'm going to go adjust the camera.
Well,
Tell me if it. Look at that screen. Tell me if it captures Maury right.
that one looks better. Yeah, there you go. Okay, that one's the live one. All right. The real time one. Well, Maury got a little treat there, so he should be happy.
Okay, well now there's a bunch of specks on Maury's face. He's phasing out of reality.
No, he's transcending reality.
Have you ever seen what's that movie with Matthew McConaughey and he's crying in the spaceship? You ever seen that?
Isn't that Interstellar?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Maury's doing the same thing. He's transcending.
Yeah.
He's channeling Matthew McConaughey.
Thomas says stock up on mosquito spray. Yeah, we know all about that. We're from the East Coast, so, and we lived in Minnesota where the state bird is the mosquito. So
oh my gosh,
I've seen that
guys,
before.
We're not like other states. Our state bird's the mosquito.
Well,
That's what I think every time I hear someone say that.
You weren't born. Hey, they're serious about it. I've seen horrific things with mosquitoes in Minnesota.
I've seen horrific crane flies.
Look,
You know?
you were lucky you weren't born there. Okay, because that would have really traumatized you.
Okay, here's the thing. Mosquitoes
I
don't
have
bug
seen
me.
clouds of mosquitoes.
Yeah.
No, wait, move and follow people in
Yeah.
Minnesota, like follow them around the campus
Yeah.
just for a meal.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, they're just unbelievable there.
But like,
Is Norman
first off,
possessed?
mosquito's not a bird. And I know you want to do the joke thing and be cute, like, our bird's a
Look,
mosquito.
somebody's
What
asking.
What that communicates to me is that, like, if you think you're the funny person of the group, chances are you're not. And people who named that are the funny people of groups.
Somebody's asking if Norman is possessed. And
Obviously, what do you think?
Look at this face. Does he look possessed?
I mean, you can't really see
Yes,
his face.
he is
the
an
white,
agent.
The white balance is rendering his face like incomprehensible.
What is it turning his eyeballs white so
No.
he looks possessed?
No, he's just a black mass. Do you mind if I get him close to the camera? Mind if I do a little Norman angle?
Yes, he is an agent of chaos. So
All right, Norman, don't freak out. This is for your own good.
don't freak out. You're asking Norman to not.
There we go.
Hey, buddy. Here, that's worth another treat. There you go.
People keep deleting their messages.
Thanks for leaving my fingers with me. Okay, yeah, Norman is still a puppy and crazy, Mom says. So, let's see here. Peter's just signed on. Yeah, Hollywood. Yep, got you, Pete. Instead of Hollywood, Hollywood.
I'll give that like a 2 out of 10. It's better than state bird mosquito jokes.
Love hearing Norman's ASMR whimpering.
Is this another thing I have to teach
What's
you about?
ASMR?
Okay, are there like specific sounds that like when you hear you like feel a tingle? It's like, oh, that sounds nice.
No.
Oh, well, some people have it, and ASMR is the acronym for what that means. It's like sounds you just enjoy.
Oh, so
like,
what does ASMR mean?
It's like,
because S for sounds, I see that.
No,
but
S isn't for sound though.
Oh, okay.
I think A is for autonomous. I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
But it just refers to noises that trigger physical responses, from what I understand. I don't get it. I will say the ASMR corner of YouTube is the most hellish thing imaginable.
Well, you might win that argument. Ken, do they have mosquitoes where you're at? I don't know if I'm allowed to say where you're at, but I know where you're at. But do they have mosquitoes there?
I don't
really?
even know who. Have I met Ken?
I don't think so. No. No. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Mom says great audio, but jerky feed.
That's just our internet. She's trying to watch
okay.
it while we're streaming it. That's going to cause problems.
Yeah. Okay.
For her. Hopefully not for everyone.
Okay. Norman has figured out where the treats come from now. Mori is like out. He's out cold. Mori. Oh, okay. He's still alive. So just checking for signs of life there, Maury. Jorge Anito, I don't know who Dr. Garza is.
I'm going to look him up.
I never said that they used only the New Testament. The New Testament writers used excuse me, I messed it up.
What's Dr. Garza's first
name? No, I never
Tell
said
me.
New Testament writers. I don't know who he is.
Well, I'm saying that to the chat.
Oh, okay. The New Testament writers do not exclusively use the Septuagint. I never said that.
I'm just getting a bunch of
If you actually look at the quotations, and people have done this, they've spent years doing it and tabulated it. It's about 70% of the time. They use 70, maybe a little bit more. That it's clear that what they're drawing on is the Septuagint. So, unless he wants to reinvent the Greek text, well, there you go. So, maybe there's some axe to grind there, but I never said they only use the Septuagint. So he might need to just listen more carefully. Calvin's hair is a big chunk of the energy.
I'm still waiting for Jorge to update me on the name. I don't know who Dr. Garza is. Like this straight up boils down to Dr. Mike exists and someone disagrees. That's the drama here.
Who knows? I don't know. So Ken says they do have mosquitoes, Japanese encephalitis. Oh, that sounds great. Yeah, well, I don't ever plan to be in that part of the world, so
maybe I'll go to.
Yeah, well, I never even heard of Jews for Yeshua either, so I don't know.
Jews.
Yeah, I don't have any comment on something I haven't seen or heard.
Okay, well, this guy's website is better than Gary Wayne's, but he has a donate bar at the top of his website, so you can probably skip it.
Right. So it's what we have here is it's a miraculous coincidence that when they're using Hebrew, the Greek New Testament, what you actually read actually looks an awful like the Septuagint. So
I will say
I don't know what the axe to grind there is.
He signed a book at Barnes & Noble. That was pretty neat.
It doesn't make any difference either way what they're quoting. Who cares what they quote? Who cares if they use the Targums? And they do occasionally. And sometimes they just do things from memory.
This dude
or
looks
they
like
translate on
the
fly. Who cares?
Let me find. You know what? Hey, if there's a phone number, can we call him on the cast?
Oh, Calvin.
Let's do it.
We don't do this so I get irritated. So.
Well,
let's see. I'm reading.
Maybe that's not why you do it. That might be why I do it.
Right. I'm reading an entry in Dictionary of Jesus and the Gospels, and I keep seeing a reference to GBL, such as GBL 3:1370. Can't find what this abbreviates. Well, let me see if I can look that up.
Okay, he's a world champion in MMA. Apparently from 95 to 06.
Oh, okay. What that has to do with the Septuagint, I don't know.
Literally nothing, from what I can tell. Right. I think I'm just on the about page. He's got a store page. You better have some great merch.
Right. I'm gonna plug that reference in. Who is asking the question? Bexley Mike, and see what I get here.
Man, he doesn't even sell a single fidget spinner unsub.
Let's see here. GBL3.
What's GBL3?
I'm trying to find this abbreviation in my copy of Dictionary of Jesus and the Gospels, because the reference here should be live in the Logos edition. Well, that's not going to work because here we go. GBL
shows up. This dude sounds like he's just Jewish Mike Heiser, but instead of wrestling, he did MMA.
Oh. All right, GBL is Das große Bibellexikon. It's a German source. The large or the great Bible lexicon. I don't really know what that is. Let me see if let's see if I can find a bibliography entry for it. And then I can tell you a little bit more about what it is. So I'm just going to go out to the web for that and see what we've got here. This is exciting stuff. Mike looking for a German lexicon. Who published
someone
it.
just sent this message. I don't know if it's a joke or not. Either way, it's kind of amusing. User SunPro says, "End times warning. Right now, tornado activity is plaguing the Midwest." What's your take on that?
They've had tornadoes for time immemorial in the Midwest. I don't know what that has to do with end times.
Well, there we go.
All right, Das große Bibellexikon. Apparently, it's a 3-volume series published by SCMR Brockhaus in 1990. So that's all I know. It's a German source. If you read German, then maybe you'd want to get it, because it shows up 58 times in Dictionary of Jesus and the Gospels, so it must be a reputable source. It's not something I have, though, or frankly that I've ever seen prior to this point.
Voltron's back. Shout out to Voltron. The user, not the show. I haven't seen the show. The only Voltron I've seen was when I walked into the Dark Tower comic store and it was playing on the TV, and I was like, hey, that looks like a show. And then I didn't pay any attention.
Yeah. Does Mori ever get a workout? That's an excellent question. Yeah, he does. He went for a walk today.
Yeah, but how much of that is a workout?
Well, for Mori, that's a workout, because
for Mori, existing is a workout.
It's probably half a mile one way.
Mori probably runs half a mile.
So I mean,
around the house.
Periodically, Mori does a lot of laps around the house, especially when it's time to go potty or time to eat. Yeah. Or when he's chasing Norman, or when he's being chased. But it's it's probably a mile around, so Maury's pretty exhausted after that. But yes, he does get some exercise, and he's not overweight. He's right at the top of his, where he should be percentile. So we're not letting him get obese anyway. But
if Maury took
performance
enhancing steroids,
here's Norman right here. Come here, buddy. You can stand up here. I know you can do it. You just want to snuggle or look for food.
Norman.
Here, forage.
Victory Royale.
Okay, Maury's given us the one eye. I'm pretending I'm asleep, but I'm really not eye.
All right, okay. Oh, wait, hold on. I want to clarify something, because Ken posted this twice, and I don't know if it was something I was supposed to respond to.
Okay, go
or
ahead.
because it's either attached to me talking about Garza or me talking about potentially meeting him, and he says, "They, I assume maybe you and Mom, have asked me numerous times to invite you. After your comments on the flight to Israel, I didn't bother asking."
Oh, that's Ken. And
Yeah.
He lives.
Don't say it.
No, I'm not going to say. He lives.
Did you just dox Ken?
No, he lives quite a distance from here.
At least a mile.
But he knows. Yeah, at least a mile. But he knows I'm not a real fan of international travel, so that's why he's saying that. Let's see.
But who's the they? That's so ominous. Is this another cult on our hands?
Who's the what?
The they.
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to.
Just
I'd have to go
some
through to get the
enigmatic being.
context.
Oh my gosh, are you? But there wasn't context. He just posted that thing.
All right, Han Solo's here.
Overbuilt Automotive says, "I have heard pugs like CBD and THC even more," and then he's got the angular smiley face.
What does that mean?
Oh, earlier I said if pugs took steroids, and then I didn't get to finish because I forgot what the second part was going to be. I think it was going to be something along the lines of, if pugs took steroids, wouldn't they just be bulldogs?
Well, they'd probably look a lot like him.
Yeah, there we go. Bulldogs are just
Ken
pugs that cheat.
Ken is clarifying here. The people here, that's who they are. The people who are where he is.
Sounds mysterious. Sounds pretty spooky.
Yeah, CBD, but that still doesn't tell me specifically what CBD.
CBD is like is it like the?
Hey Norman.
Isn't that like the marijuana oil we give Atticus to help with his joints?
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
I don't know that we give him that anymore. We give him those tablets. Yeah.
How can you stand to drink tea instead of coffee?
How can you stand to drink coffee at all?
Because it's good.
Linda, Dr. Garza used just about every logical fallacy in that podcast.
Yeah, he's got a podcast.
That's good, Linda.
The title of his podcast is.
Let's see.
I can't remember. But look at his website. I can't tell if this I can't tell if this is good design or bad design. But okay, but look at.
All right, here's.
He looks like he could be related to me.
Do you know how you tell that?
How do I?
If your dad could have made the website, it's bad design.
Well, I don't think you could have made this.
And I could have made that.
Do you think you could have made
this? Oh yeah, yeah. I've made my own websites like in the early 2000s.
But can you use the most obnoxious public domain font?
No, I would not have done that. I would not have done that.
Wow, get called out, Al Garza. Change the font ASAP. If you change the font, I'll give you a glowing review.
My sites I would have justified everything left rather than centered everything.
Wait, one sec. Hey, Dr. Al Garza, if for 1 week you change all of the fonts on your website to Comic Sans, I will personally buy one of your books. There we go. There's your challenge.
Hasn't Comic Sans been banned? I thought that was like actually banned.
No, Comic Sans is fine. It's just kind of a meme that people make fun of it.
Okay.
Like if you unironically make fun of Comic Sans, you have like 3 IQ.
Jorge says the video is entitled "Israel versus James White and Michael Heiser," and he has I'm laughing out loud too, because James White and I don't really get along. So maybe he's just trying to save time there. But yeah, it doesn't sound like anything I'm going to be real concerned about. So
are you and James White like the religious Avengers?
No, he's an apologetics guy that basically has been too lazy to actually look at my work. But I
don't know what apologetics means.
He has enough time.
He sounds a lot like me so far.
He has enough time to have an underling criticize it rather than interacting with the literature. So, but to be honest, I mean, he does a lot of good things. So I'm not going to pick on him or go after him in any way. But that's just kind of what it is. So I'm thrilled that he's out there doing good stuff. And I'm not concerned at all if he doesn't, want to read my books. That's up to him. It's a free country.
SunPro's just sending a bunch of article titles.
Who's this?
SunPro.
And what's the?
Champions of morality. Reuters top news. Graphic language warning. Trump renews attacks on media. Calls reporting of Iran. Total BS.
What does a Trump link have to do with
literally nothing?
anything? Okay,
Like not a single
right,
thing.
Thanks for answering
Like
that
the
question.
noise Norman made was more on topic than
Yeah.
this post was. James is scared of Heiser. Yeah, we should send him a picture of Heiser in the email, and then when he'll open it, he'll fall out of his chair because he's so spooked of this.
No,
man.
we should send him a picture of Mori. That would put the fear in him right there.
We can't say that because
Right. Maury's got both eyes closed now. He might truly be asleep.
yeah, he might be asleep.
He's meditating. He's working on an equation again.
He's
And we know how
mentally
dangerous-
debating James White.
We know how dangerous that can
You're
be.
saying James White isn't scared to interact with you. He's scared of Maury more than anything.
Right.
Not to say
He
James
might
White's scared of you. I don't
He
know.
might
man.
offend Maury.
I can't claim James White's afraid of you. I will claim he's afraid of Maury because everyone should be.
All right.
What are the numbers?
See,
mean,
now
Maury?
Maury's tired because he had his walk today.
Maury got so bored of math, he added an 11th an 11th number, and now he's recalculating everything. He's learning multiplication in new ways.
He decided to change from the zero-based system in his head to something else.
Maury's a 32-bit processor. He's counting from 1 to the highest number possible.
Oh, man. That is funny.
Maury's brain is so large, the content ID review system is still looking over it.
Have either of you ever heard of the cult group World Mission Society Church of God out of Korea? I have not.
I have not.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the Heaven's Gate cult people?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know that like there's 2 of them still alive that just manage all their social media.
Well,
Did you know that?
so they didn't commit suicide?
No, all of them did, but like 2 of them, and those 2 stayed behind to manage their social
manage their
media.
social-
Yeah.
Boy,
What a
man. Is that a win or a loss?
that's well, it remains to be seen.
Look at what Ken just put. You got to get it back on you.
Yeah, I see that. Calvin, have you checked out Clown World? I haven't. Let me look that up.
Clown World.
Clown World.
Clown World.
Clown World.
What is clown?
I'm assuming it's a video game. No, it's not. Clown World looks like it's what is this? Oh, it's some dumb meme. Maybe.
Oh, there's a lot of different kinds of things on there. Boy. Another great use of the internet is what my answer would be. What is Clown World? Another productive use of the internet.
Well, I mean, I looked up what is Clown World, and I found out literally nothing. I'm less knowledgeable now.
You know, Norman is kind of like hiding here. I got to get him a little more on camera.
we should get a pedestal and put him onto it.
He'd leap off.
We should.
Maury would find a way to sleep on it. Norman would just leap off of it. This is about as calm as Norman gets when he's awake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's too bad we don't have Norman's shock collar on. This could be a good item of discussion. So Norman is an agent of chaos.
Yeah.
And so we got him a shock collar. Now, before you get appalled, we do not use the shock. Okay, we put it on vibrate, and I let my wife handle this. So it is quite funny when she has to hit the button.
I've not seen it before.
Oh,
what does Norman do?
He'll jerk, and like jump around, because it's not expected. It'll just it'll vibrate.